Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of full competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Hartman is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the debacle of a game between the Washington Redskins, Washington football team, and the San Diego Superchargers of Los Angeles. Yo, what's up, John?
So,
Excellent.
Welcome, everybody. Harry Hog Football episode numero 529, in which we get to talk about the first of hopefully not many losses of the year.
losses in more than one way, because we also lost.
Induced.
Yes, we did.
Lost our starting quarterback, but a couple of very strange calls in this game.
Like the non-face mask penalty.
Face mask penalty, and then they tried to make it up.
Yeah.
They were like, no, that's not a. Can't even call that.
Like that. You mean the fumble that went 30 yards down the field in a tight spiral?
Twice in that game. There were 2 times they called fumbles when the guy's arm was moving forward with the ball.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Like, what is that? But the biggest thing of all, the legend of Taylor Heineke continues. Yeah! Pumped!
Yeah, but I gotta say, dude, Heineke came in and he played pretty well again.
I know he did. I've always said Heineke's a good quarterback. He just gets injured every time he plays.
He didn't get injured this time.
He did not play a whole game. So we're gonna
Oh my
find
gosh.
when the Giants come to I don't know, Craftex Field.
The sewer pipe.
What? Oh, what a
Yeah.
mess! What a mess! We're going to a game there in 2 months. We got to see like sewage water leaking on people.
Dude, I think that might have been right over the section that we're sitting in. So here's the deal, dude. Here's the deal.
Yeah, your head looks huge, by the way, dude.
It is huge. Here, you want me to adjust? You want me to adjust that for you?
You have a big head. Your head is huge.
All right. Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? All right.
What's going on? I barely got enough room to get on the screen.
All right. So, all right. Why are you throwing me off my game here a little bit? Heineke is not the premier issue here, dude. It's not my concern.
He is not. I agree.
You want to know what my concern is? What was up with the defense on third down? How do we dissect what happened? Because first and second down wasn't bad, but they were like 14 of 18 on third down, dude.
Dude, you gotta back your head off the camera. Oh my god.
Is it too much for
You
you?
look like Julie Donaldson over there.
My block. Is that better?
I'm black. Yes. I'm black. Is my sound matching my mouth movements on screen?
Yeah, your
My
mic.
head's huge.
Yeah, your mic is kind of sounding a little odd, but you know, it's working.
Yeah,
So let's go with it.
Okay.
So
All right,
what
dude,
is up with the defense?
What is up with the defense? What is really up? Remember how I said a couple weeks ago, what I'm really afraid of is that the defense is going to have a huge head and think that they're all bad and they think they're going to break records and be the best defense ever. I was like, they're going to be overconfident. Boy, were they.
Dude,
Where was Chase Young?
Dude, I didn't see him all day.
Davis?
Their head was this big, dude.
Whoa.
Anyway, for those of you guys not watching the podcast on YouTube, I am basically resizing the size of my head on the screen or on Discord. I don't think there's anyone in there watching, to tell you the truth. It doesn't matter.
Might not be. I mean, it's dinner time. Maybe they're at work.
They're probably at dinner.
They'll be like, how'd they do that?
How'd they do that, y'all? Anyway,
How'd they do that?
let's get back to this defensive situation. It seemed to me, and I'm not a professional, analyzer of defenses, but did it seem to me they were playing like tons of zone?
Tons of zone. And,
On third down.
Herbert was just picking it apart throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
He was just finding those little seams and those little gaps in there and just doop, doop, doop.
The whole game, every third down.
The whole game. What was it, 3rd and 18? Something like that? 3rd and 21?
Yeah.
It was nuts. St. Juice.
St. Juice was getting juiced.
Welcome to the NFL, son.
Welcome to the NFL, son. Yeah, I don't understand what was going on with Benjamin. But the rest of all right. Let's. It's not as bad as it once seems. Even though they gave up over 400 yards passing, I believe. I don't have the stats sheet even pulled up. I don't need to. I thought it was more than what it was at the end of the game. It seemed like every play they were just getting chunks. But they weren't able to run that much.
They were not able to run that much. The run was pretty much being held in check. That's cool. That means that you cut them down to one dimension. But that one dimension just destroyed us, just over and over again.
All right,
like St. Juice, McCain.
Mm-hmm.
Fuller got victimized for like 3 plays in a row earlier in the game. It was just bad.
Dude, I
think Ron Rivera came out. And he said people were not doing what they were supposed to do, what they learned in practice. People were not blocking. They were not staying in their lanes. Things like that. I saw that. So,
missed assignments. John Allen was saying the same thing. That they just didn't do what they were supposed to do again.
It's because they didn't play in the preseason.
Yeah, they were all confused.
This is the exact, the good thing is that people didn't get hurt. They waited until this game for Fitzpatrick to have his hip jammed up.
Yeah.
But the flip side of that is that they look like they're in a preseason game in the first game. And they were. Yep.
They totally got knocked down a notch or 3 in that game, the defense.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Definitely. The offense, I mean, it's hard to tell with the offense because Fitzpatrick got injured so early in the game. We were running it pretty well except for fumble hands. Gibson.
Yeah, like you were saying, like Fitzpatrick was doing all right earlier in the game, and then when he got hit on that one, which again, poor Leno, there he is.
That Leno guy.
Chicago Bears gave up that sack. But Fitzpatrick, you could see it. You and Brian Mitchell was saying the same thing. Was just like, it didn't look like it was that bad. And I was like, dude, his knee hit the ground and jammed up into his hip. I bet his hip is messed up. And then you said that his hip might be broken because he's really old. We had to laugh about that. But that's exactly what it is. It's like a hip subfluxation.
It's like dislocated. I looked it up. It's like partially dislocated.
Basically the ball. In his case, I think the ball got pushed in a little bit far, and then came out. So he's not done for the year, but he's gonna.
What happened, dude?
Out like 6.
What did you said? In his case, something happened.
In his case,
the ball.
In his
what?
Case, the ball got pushed in, and then it came out.
A little too far. Okay.
A little bit too far. That's I guess what happened was. No, the problem was that it got pushed in so much.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
What? Why are you
I'm
laughing?
it's just like you're very like analytical about what happened in that one brief moment on the field.
Hips are no joke, dude. Hips are no joke. Anytime you have an athlete that has a hip problem, that might be the end of that athlete.
Or a groin.
I mean, no, not a groin. I'm talking about Bo Jackson. Had a hip problem, never came back.
I thought he had both knees injured. It was a hip?
It was his hip, dude. His hip. It was probably the same thing.
He probably had a hip subluxation.
He probably had a hip subfluximation.
Subfluximation. Subflux capacitor.
Here,
Anyway,
I looked it up. Let's see if I still have it.
I know some of you dudes wanted Heineke to begin with, and now you got your wish. So, you know. Sean the Sixth is in the chat room, and he's pumped because he's going to be at the game on Thursday.
Man.
Yeah, I wish I could be there. That would be awesome. Except that I'm old, and those like night games are getting too much for me to handle.
Yeah, the night games are way too past my prime, I think.
Yeah.
Hip subluxation is when the ball is not fully in the socket. So basically,
okay.
I mean, if you know someone whose shoulders pop out of their sockets, like everyone growing up, you knew a friend. If it wasn't you, you knew a friend who was just like, look at this, and they pop back in all the time. It's that kind of thing, basically.
Except I thought you could just pop it back in and then you were okay, but apparently he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks.
Well, the thing is, when you pop it back in, you're really not okay. You need to take it easy for a while. That's what they're saying with him. But also for him, it's a hip.
Just rub some dirt on it and get back in.
Hips just suck, man.
Well, anyway, so
some people say hips don't lie. I say hips just suck.
Have we heard anything else from Samuel's situation?
Nope, he's on IR, just like
still, just like Fitz.
As opposed to what?
As opposed to coming back. Oh, he has to be on there for 3 weeks, right? Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Well, they keep changing all the dumb rules about the IR. It used to be you go on the IR, you're done. And now it's like, oh, it's just the 1.2 week IR. Oh, it's the 1 game minus a game IR.
He has to be on for at least 3 weeks.
All right.
So we got Heineke. We got Josh Allen, who's going to be active this week. And I believe our third quarterback is RG3. Is that correct?
Did you say Josh Allen? You said Josh Allen. Our third quarterback, according to someone in the chat room last night.
Did I say Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Sorry, Kyle. My bad, Kyle.
Yeah. According
Josh
to Josh, get in there, dude.
Better than RG3 at this point.
Josh, if you're listening, get in there. It was Josh sent me that tweet, that picture of RG3 saying he wanted to come back. I don't know if it's real or not. But then I put that in the chat room.
It was real.
Oh, it was. I put that in the chat room, and then started a firestorm. And then I just texted you and was like, "Dude, look who we signed," and then sent you that tweet, and you fell for it.
I know. And I was just like, hold.
Psych.
I have nothing to say.
Make the call. Did they make the call? And then I was in the chat room going, RG3, and like people like Kenny Ken were like, "What, are you guys serious?" And me and Shandy were like totally messing with him. Like, come on, dude. Yes, it's gonna be awesome. He's ready. He's like built now. He's ready to go. He knows his why. Took him 12 years. Took him 12 years to know his why, or 10 years, or however many years, 8 years to know his why. Know your why. Psych.
Psych.
Anyway, back to the game at hand.
We're laughing a lot, but boy, I was not in a good mood at the end of that game.
Dude, when we started off giving up a long sustained drive for a touchdown and then a 3 and out, I was like, uh-oh, here we go again. It's like
I did not.
You
that
did not.
Did not bother me. The first drive of the first game does not bother me on offense or defense of any game. You have if you have any kind of team, you're going to be able to You're going to be able to make adjustments for the second drive on offense and the second drive on defense. Every team, if you can't by the second, third drive, your team is done. So I was like, at the first drive, I was like, I'm not worried about it. We have one bad offense, one bad defense. We'll see what happens. And we started to get better. Dustin Hopkins was hitting all those kicks.
Oh, and why did he miss the one? Hold on.
And then Fitzmagic fell down and broke his hip.
and I want to talk about two or three other people in this game real quick. You already cut on St. Juice for getting burnt all up and down the field. How did you feel about Stan Humphries' play?
First game.
Stan Humphries' play. I mean,
Stan
Adam.
Humphries.
How did you feel about Adam Humphries?
Pass, didn't he?
Too cool for school.
Pass?
He caught one. I still don't understand why people think he's so awesome. Too cool for school.
Stan the man is too cool.
Stan Adam Humphries. Okay, so I wasn't too impressed with him.
He had 2 targets and he caught 2 passes. So, hey.
You know, yeah, but they were like swing out to the left. All right, you know who I was really impressed with?
Excuse me.
As always, number 17, Terry McLaurin with that catch, dude.
Always.
That was insane. That was insane.
That catch is a highlight reel. That's like a highlight reel catch for the entire year already.
And they didn't even
fantastic catch.
Dude, they didn't even show it.
Touchdown from Heineke. Another good catch. Another good catch.
Yeah. So, I mean, there were some bright spots in this. And the running game actually was pretty decent. Until the fumble. That fumble cost us the game, dude. On our 3-yard line.
That fumble from
Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Dude, we had only given up the first drive, the one that you're not ever worried about. That was the only touchdown we gave out, and then we were bending and not breaking the entire game, and then that happened, and that was their only other touchdown. You realize this?
Yeah. That was, I mean, that.
Our red zone defense was kicking butt.
Like a little kid, like for a while.
Yeah, I was like, get him out of there, because he was just like walking around like, what did I mean? He had this like pouty look on his face, and it's like, get it together, man. You have to play some football. Like, get back in there. And I don't know if it had anything to do with it, but they did have Jarrett Patterson in there after that for like a play or so.
They had him in for a couple plays, and it was nice to see him out there.
But anyway, he came back and still ran and made some good runs. So I was encouraged that we were getting more than 2. Do you have the stats? I would like to see how many yards per carry we had in this, because it had to have been better than last year.
Per carry?
Yeah, like yards per carry. Antonio Gibson,
he went for 90 yards. He had that 27-yard run and everything, but he lost that fumble. He had 4.5 yards carry, 90 out of 20 rushes for 90 yards.
Dude, that's pretty good.
Heineke had 3 rushes for 17 yards.
Yeah. So we had over 100.
Jared Patterson had 2 carries. So
for how many yards? 4.
4.9 yards. So he also has a 4.5 yard average.
I mean, if you're getting, dude, I'll take a 4.5 average. I mean, so there's a bright point in the game.
There's a lot of bright points. We just, before we say anything else, Justin Herbert is really good.
Yeah, the dude is good, and their defense,
their defense
was good.
Man.
Their defensive line.
I mean,
was
they
just,
had those 2.
To what?
They had 2 penalties on I don't know, that Bosa brother that was in there.
Oh yeah, for the
those are 2
hits.
big, huge penalties for us.
Yeah, those helped a lot.
And those were like huge penalties for us. I mean, they were making mistakes as well, and that really kind of kept us in the game. But I mean, like you said earlier, the big problem was the fumble from Gibson is what turned the game and cost us the game. Basically.
Dude, remember at that point in the game when that fumble happened, we had the lead.
Yeah.
We had the lead and the ball.
We had the lead.
And the ball.
Yeah.
Another bright spot.
Oh, dude, we got to talk about the fourth quarter.
Okay, but I have another bright spot before I forget it. I really liked what's his face, number 1, DeAndre Carter, the return man. He catches it. And he goes forward. He catches it and goes forward.
I know, he was going forward. It was awesome.
It's like,
just go, dude.
Whoa! What a concept! What a concept. You obviously haven't been hanging out with Antoine Randall L. and so many other dudes that have been returning kicks for us. That was awesome. Oh my gosh. Where's my sound effect? Where's my sound effect? Also, what is up? That one drive killer when we didn't need it. The franchise player, Scherf, with not one but 2 big penalties in this game. He had a holding penalty. Okay.
Yeah.
He had a false start at a critical time. I don't remember the exact situation. I just remember like, oh, dude, serious. Oh, it was 3rd and 5, and that made it like 3rd and 10. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there were bright spots. Heineke coming in was actually a bright spot. I think he was making some plays, dude. I mean, like we all said, I don't know how long he can hold up, but he was making some plays. So do you think the defense will be... All right, what do we want to do now? Do we want to go into our games and kicks?
No, dude, we have to talk about...
Fourth quarter. Go.
The fourth quarter. And Ron Rivera, and that one big... it was a coaching mistake.
Which one?
When he decided
to punt? Oh, when he punted,
When he decided to punt.
Yeah, our defense...
when he decided to punt.
It had ended up being a net of like 15 yards or something. It's like...
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to have the feel for the game. You know, we've talked about it before. Like, if they're moving the ball so easily on your defense and there's 6 minutes left, it may be worth the shot to take on 4th down in that situation. Because you might not get the ball back.
And that's exactly what happened. We did not get the ball back.
If your defense is kicking butt like they all thought they would, then maybe you do.
Yeah.
Then maybe you do, punt it there to get them pinned back. But I had a feeling that, I mean, of course, we're looking back on it now. We saw what happened, but I had a feeling, and we were talking about it during the game, that he should not have punted at that point.
I think everyone after the game said that he should not have punted at that point because his defense couldn't stop anybody at that point. Yeah. And that's what happened.
Except in the red zone. We were doing well in the red zone. I don't know why. Did we stop playing zone in the red zone, or did the back end zone just help us? What was the deal?
I think that probably just helped us. And don't forget, who got that pick for us?
Oh, it was William Jackson III. That was nice.
Yeah, that was a nice pick. It was like what, the 4-yard line, the 6-yard line, something like that. Boom. That was. I mean,
it was huge. And then
it seemed like the third quarter looked like we were in really good shape, and then
Heineke came in and took the lead, dude. And we were losing the entire game until then, and then that fumble, dude. And
then Heineke coming in. Like the whole team, it was just like in the playoff game. Like everyone was just like, "Holy crap, let's go!" You know, I mean, everyone was like stepping up.
Yeah. Like for a while, I thought we had a shot until that fumble.
Look all that good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they got that out of their system, and then we don't lose to the Giants again. We've lost 5 straight times. I heard your friend Julie Donaldson say.
Yeah, 5 straight times, 4 times to Daniel. I can't beat anybody but Washington Jones.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess in the short week, the biggest thing that they've got to look at in regards to this game coming up, you got to look at the people, maybe the linebackers who are not where they're supposed to be. And whoever else was where they're supposed to be.
All the defensive backs. All the defensive backs.
Defensive backs.
He was just getting.
Because none of them played together.
It seemed to me that he was just Herbert was just picking them apart between where one defensive back hands off the guy to the safety or to the next zone over, like those little transition areas. He was just picking that apart the whole day.
Yeah.
The whole day.
Yep.
But they need to get that corrected. And I think we'll be all right next week. This week, tomorrow, 2 days from now.
I hope so.
Dang.
2 days from, right It's about 49.
50 hours.
49. It's about 50 hours from right now. 50 hours from right now, 6:20 p.m. I think is game time.
Yeah, in 50 hours,
8:20.
Sean the Six will be representing, hopefully not under that busted sewage pipe. We didn't talk about that, but if you didn't see it, apparently it went viral. There was a busted pipe dumping water all over some fans, which had to be in the 200 level, right? Because that's the only place with a roof.
200 or the 300 level, but it didn't look like the 300 level.
Yeah. So
those are the fantasy seats.
Fantasy seats. So basically, it came out.
No, fancy.
Oh, fancy. It came out after the game.
Yeah.
The least I read, according to the Redskins, and it could be a lie because that it was not sewage, that it was rainwater, and that they upgraded all of those people to luxury booths, suites. The ones they couldn't sell, because no one wants to pay that much. So anyway, they opened a luxury suite.
Suites.
They gave him a plate of chicken nuggets and some celery sticks, and we're like, "There you go. Sorry, we dumped sewage all over your head." No beer. No, that cost extra.
Maybe. Yeah, right.
But
oh man, I don't think it was sewage. I didn't see anybody going online saying I had sewage dumped on me. But all you have to do is one person says maybe it's a sewage pipe, and next thing you know, there's poop raining all over people at FedEx Field. So it could very well be that. It's still
pretty funny.
Have a good look.
It still sums up our team, so to speak.
Sums up the team and sums up the stadium.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see the Los Angeles Rams stadium finally open up? That stadium
I did see it.
Is that.
Yeah, that was the game where they were showing what's his face's Detroit's former quarterback. Was it Stafford's wife, and it wasn't her? Did you hear about that?
No.
They're like, and there's Kelly
Stafford's wife.
Yeah, they're like, there's Kelly Stafford, and they're like putting the camera on this woman, and then apparently it wasn't her, and then Kelly Stafford was cracking up and went and found that woman and got a picture with her, and then on the caption wrote "wife 1, wife 2," and then tweeted it out.
Oh, too funny.
It was pretty hilarious. But anyway.
Oh, that's funny.
Dude, what about the Raiders last night? Coming back, I went to bed, I was like, this game's over. And they came back and won in overtime with some crazy stuff.
I saw the highlights of that.
Wow. Anyway, enough about those other crappy teams. We've got our own business to deal with. So
we've got the Giants coming to Poopy's FedEx Field on Thursday night at 8:20 on the NFL Network.
We're going to be there. Sean Six is going to be, representing. No, we're going to be there on TV and in spirit. We're going to be there in spirit with Sean the Six.
Oh, that's right. Sean will be there. That's right.
He's going to visit our best bud, Tailgate Ted. Haven't been there in has it been 2018 since we went to a game? 2019? 2019, I think. It seems so long ago since we've actually made it to a game. It's insane. But anyway.
The last game we went to was when Alex Smith broke his leg.
So that's 2018, isn't it? P and trains. P and trains. Anyway.
Every subway system smells the same. It smells like pee and trains.
Anyway, so anyway, Sean the Six, have some fun. Hopefully you'll actually get to see us beat the Giants for once in a blue moon.
Yeah. Good Lord.
The Giants looked pretty ordinary the other night, I gotta say, in their loss against. I don't even remember who they played, but they looked pretty ordinary. Saquon Barkley was contained pretty well, so that's promising because whoever
looked like somebody who was coming off of ACL surgery, and I figure he's not going to be good until the second half of the season.
Yeah,
so that's yet another reason that we need to beat them on Thursday.
But here's my concern, dude. It doesn't matter who the Giants have running against us. It could be like some running back that was good 12 years ago and they picked up off the street. They always run well against us. What's the deal with that?
Always. Yep.
We need to shut it down. Can we shut it down, please? Let's shut it down. Sean the Six is calling for 5 sacks in this game.
Well, I mean, it could. I have a feeling this team is going to be nowhere near as good as the Chargers.
I think the Chargers are just a good team.
Pretty mad.
Yeah, they got to be mad.
Yeah.
John Allen was mad. So, yeah, Brandon Jacobs out of retirement and rushes for 215 against WFT.
Right,
Actually, it'd be like just this week, the Giants picked up Samaje Perine to back up Saquon Barkley. Then Barkley goes down in the first quarter, and then all of a sudden Samaje Perine comes in and like runs for 215. That's what it would be.
Perine.
And 3 scores. Oh, I'm sorry, Sean. He's in Cincy. Sorry, my bad. Let's give the games and kicks, dude. My block.
Bad black. Games and kicks. What kind of?
Hold on. Think
The coveted
There we go.
and ever elusive Game Ball Award.
The ever elusive Game Ball Award. You want to go? Go.
I'm going to give mine to Scary Terry. He looked like a professional out there.
Yep, he was good.
He had 4 targets. He caught all 4 of them. It was almost like we went to the second half when Heineke was in, and suddenly we were like, oh, yeah, we have Logan Thomas. We have Terry McLaurin. We have Antonio Gibson. Let's give him the ball. We don't care about Adams freaking Humphreys. Throw the ball to our best people.
Dude, we love to hate on Humphreys. He never even did anything to us. He's just we just picked on him for how he looked on the sideline. Anyway,
he's full of confidence. I got to say that.
I'm going to give my game ball to Taylor Heineke because, oh my gosh, this dude just steps in and plays hard and makes plays. That shovel pass, dude. Dude,
Oh, yeah. And of course, that touch to McLaurin on that big pass, too.
He just threw that one up there, though. That was like mostly McLaurin.
Yeah.
He launched it. But that shovel pass took some ingenuity, dude. That was some smart goat thinking right there on that pass.
Yep, it was.
So, yeah. I mean, if dude, he's good. It's like you always say, he's good, but can he stay healthy? We'll see. Otherwise, it's going to be Kyle.
Everyone in the greater Hampton Roads area of Virginia knows that Taylor Heineke is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
He's just fragile, man. So we'll see that 15 pounds of muscle. You know, he seemed to get through half of this game all right. So we'll see how he gets through playing the New York Football Giants.
And he took some hits, and I'm concerned about this Lido Jr. guy.
Yeah, me too.
But their defensive line is good, I got to say.
It's very good.
All right.
And they also have that who is it? Derwin guy,
James,
the safety. He's like an all pro guy too. So
yeah. X Factor 357 is chiming in, and he is giving his game ball to Taylor Heineke, number 4.
Yeah.
And David Herzing, if you're still in here, I haven't seen your game ball yet. I guess he's not giving one. All right, so I guess we're gonna move over to the kicks then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are the kicks so much easier to always come up with? Does it just mean I'm negative? I guess because I'm negative.
I don't know.
I've become that guy.
Because the Washington football team has exactly. They've just been bad for so long. It's very easy to do. Do you have the sound effect for it?
Yeah.
It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award.
All right, can I go first?
Go for it.
Antonio Gibson for the fumble. That basically lost the game for us. But I have
Cost us the game.
I have a plethora of people to choose from, but I'm going to go with him because that was the biggest single play that caused us to lose.
Yeah.
If you need more time to think, I can give more. I could give
on
tons more. Go ahead.
I could go with a ton of people on defense, but I'm gonna go with our rookie Benjamin St. Juice. He made it bad. He just got victimized the whole game.
Welcome to the NFL, son.
I know, like very first game. He can only look up from here.
Yeah, it can only get better. If it didn't kill him, it'll make him stronger. So that's a good one.
He just has to forget the last game.
I want to give an honorary dishonorary kick in the balls award to Brandon Scherf, because he's got. If you're going to be a professional, dude, you can't be getting those penalties at those key times.
You're going to be an all-pro, dude.
Yeah. And I think it was Brian Mitchell. I forget. What is he getting, like 18 million or something this year? It's something high like that.
I think so. It's somewhere around that, yeah.
And Brian Mitchell said something to the effect.
You're getting paid way more than anyone else, dude.
Yeah. Brian Mitchell said something to the effect of 18 million doesn't get you what it used to get.
Whoa. Yeah, he was pretty mad after that game. That's for sure. But so were we. So was everybody.
Yeah. Dude, it's hilarious when you know Brian Mitchell is like waiting for that cheesy music to end. That stuff so he could say something. And he's like hitting his hands on the table like he's so mad he can barely contain it to get past that stupid music. You know what I'm saying? You know.
And you notice who's not in there anymore is that dude that's working for ESPN now. What's his name?
Trevor Matich.
Trevor Matich, man.
I kind of liked him, but he did get kind of
on there.
He kind of got too poignant, and like, you know how he would get all poignant about the game, and it's like, dude, it's football, dude. Seriously, I mean, come on.
He sounds about right for ESPN.
He sounds about right to have a segment called My Block on Washington Football Today with Trevor Matich.
And here on ESPN, we're going to talk to Trevor Matich, who's been watching all these college sports games.
Trevor Matich.
Yeah, instead we got Torrey Smith. Who you were like, who's Torrey Holt? And I was like, who's Torrey Holt? I don't see Torrey Holt. Who are you talking about?
No, I was like, why do we have Terry Holt on here? That Raven. And you were like, you mean Terry Smith? And I was like, oh yeah.
Raven. I was like,
Torrey Smith.
Tory.
Whatever, we still have a Raven.
Their war in the English were the Tories.
Like they couldn't find a Redskin to put on there? Seriously, there's not enough of them running around.
Clint Portis is about to go to jail.
Yeah, I mean,
who else is there? We don't have anyone else.
Charles Mann. He was on there a few years ago.
Charles Mann, we could bring in Jeff Bostic.
They got what's his face? What about John Riggins? He's always hilarious. They also. What about Chris Cooley? They just kind of kicked him to the curb, probably for being negative. And what about
Yeah, probably.
The other tight end, Pony Boy, that's been on with Julie Donaldson every day now.
Yeah,
Pony Boy Paulson.
He's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
He's more like an analytics kind of guy, but he's doing good with what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. He's cool.
I don't know. I mean, Santana Moss is good. He's always like.
I like
he always
Santana.
seems very chill, but like he like beats on his legs a lot. And his legs jump a lot. You know. He's got a lot of, it's that passion that he had when he played, I guess.
Yeah. Cowboy killer. Yeah, Portis is in jail, so.
Well, he could go to jail.
And we don't want Theismann. No way.
I don't think that. Well, Theismann's in the booth. He doesn't want to go. Like, he's not going to downgrade to that studio being in the audience with all the fans walking around and everything.
Yeah, he's not doing that. Anyway,
want to do that. Maybe he'd probably be really good at it. He probably, you know what? He probably is just like, I talk to people too much. And everyone's like, yeah, you're right. You're probably right.
So Sean Sixth is pulling
Anyway,
a
so
Josh.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Sean the
ahead.
Sixth is pulling a Josh and giving his kick to Fitzpatrick for injuring his hip.
I was just about to say Josh probably just put in his kick of the balls for Ryan Fitzpatrick for,
No, Sean the Sixth did that. We don't even need to tell you what Josh did when Sean Taylor got shot.
Yeah.
That means
Yeah.
we've been doing Kicking the Balls awards that long, dude. Since well before Sean Taylor.
Oh yeah. Well before that.
Anyway, all right. Whoa, Sean the Sixth advanced to level 17. Congratulations. You win a
In the
prize,
Discord
dude.
room?
He said Sean is never
If
here.
anyone out there wants to check us out.
Wait, Sean just said that Josh is never here.
He's right.
Dude. I called it.
Uh-huh.
No, you didn't, Josh. Josh just got back in the he just got back in the country this morning, by the way.
Does he have to quarantine? We don't have rules like that. Ha ha ha.
We don't have rules.
All right. So we don't have rules at all. So anyway, people who want to watch us on Discord channel, you can go to discord.gg/5YW5YFT.
Yeah, and you can watch us live, or you can go to YouTube. But if you're watching it on YouTube, you can see the link right there. So then just go over to Discord.
Yep.
And then you can come into the chat.
Right.
There. All right, dude. What else do we want to do here? The game could have been better. It could have been a lot worse. It felt to me like we should have been losing by a lot more.
Better.
I think it will be better on Thursday. I think
Just
that
remember,
I think the defense is
Yeah.
going to be pumped. They're going to be embarrassed, slightly embarrassed, and ready
Yeah.
to go. I really do. Tyler Heineke, it'll be interesting if they put some plays in that are
who are you
geared towards
talking
him.
about? Taylor Heineke.
That's what I said.
His name
Ty-
is not Tyler. Like you're talking like John Tyler, like the president.
Taylor Heineke.
Taylor
Whatever.
Heineke.
I said it. Taylor Heineke. It's going to be interesting to see if they put some plays in that are geared more for his movement, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you realize that the only team that won in our division is the Eagles? Just saying.
Yeah, and they I mean, the Falcons are not good.
Yeah, but anyway.
Just remember the first game, it's like the first drive, like I was talking about before. The first offensive drive, first defensive drive, it does not bode for the rest of the thing. Like, how many times have you been watching a team on offense and you score on the very first drive, you're like, yay. And then the next drive you go 3-and-out. What happened? Well, they made adjustments on defense.
Yep.
That's the same kind of thing. The first game out of this year's 17, you really can't tell much in the first game except either you're overconfident or you're underconfident.
Yeah. Takes a
that's
couple.
pretty much what we saw.
Takes a couple games.
Yeah.
I am concerned, though, because it's a night game, and you know our track record with that.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. I think Sean Six is going to bring some new power to the team by representing HHF in the stands. So we'll get that turned around.
I can't wait. That's good for him, man.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Anyway, I need to do my precarious prediction for this week since we're going weekly now on that.
Oh, yeah.
And I got my music, remember? And now, Aaron's precarious prediction for the week. This is what I see happening. The defense is going to come out extremely upset about what happened to them against the Chargers. They're going to run onto the field.
should.
First play of the game from scrimmage, Chase Young breaks free, sack, fumble, pickup, returned for a touchdown. Washington up 7-0 with 14:51 left on the clock. If that happens, you guys next possession is going to be a 3-and-out for the Giants. Heineke's going to throw a bomb to DME Brown down to about the 20. We're going to pound it in from there with Antonio Gibson, who is going to not fumble and get a touchdown. Then we're up 14-0.
He needs to wrap that ball up tighter.
Anyway, I'm not going to go through every play, but we're going to end this game around, I'm going to say 24 to 10. 24 to 10. Washington. Dude, I want to see
Score, good old school football score.
Sean, if you paint a target on your belly for Hopkins and you're sitting in that section, I'm going to record the game and we're going to get a clip of that and put it on here. It's going to be awesome. Kick it here, Hopkins. Hopefully you're sitting in the middle of the upright and not to the side of it where he already kicks it.
As long as it's below 50 yards, if it's shorter than 50 yards, he'll hit it, apparently.
Yeah.
But you go to 51 yards, no way.
No way, sir. Anyway, I'm pretty pumped for this week. Last week I was a little taken aback, but I'm kind of over it now, except for the Fitzpatrick thing, which didn't devastate me as it would have in the past when our starting quarterback got injured. The legend of Taylor Heineke. Nice, dude.
Taylor Heineke.
The legend of Tyler Heineke.
Tyler Heineke.
Heineke. Sorry, I was in the shower, dude.
You keep.
Oh, it's David Herzing. David, you need to throw out your games and kicks right quick. You need to throw out your games and kicks, and and we don't need to know that you were like naked in the shower. He didn't say
I
it.
would imagine because everybody's naked in the shower.
Well, we don't need that. Anyway, he needs to throw those out so we can end this podcast. I think that pretty much.
And don't forget. Thursday night is the Bobby Mitchell jersey retirement ceremony.
Is it at halftime?
So I don't know if it's before the game or halftime. I can't remember.
Do you think they'll actually have it on NBC Sports Washington or no?
They'll probably show us, I don't know if they'll do it live. They may show us stuff as well.
Do NBC Sports Washington
like highlights at the end?
Dude, remember when NBC Sports Washington used to cut over at halftime and do a little halftime show? They don't do that anymore, do they?
I don't think so.
They used to though, remember? You could flip over and they'd come on for halftime. They'd you'd turn it right at halftime and there'd be some horse racing or some crap, and then all of a sudden it would be like and they'd cut in and do the halftime show. Yeah. Anyway, so David Herzing, we were waiting for this, gives his kick to Scherf. And he's giving Fuller a game ball.
Yeah.
I got to give an honorary game ball to William Jackson III for that pick. That was pretty nice. So.
Hopefully we're going to get a lot more of that.
Yeah. And if we can get some pressure. We had no pressure on them, dude. The whole time. That quarterback got touched maybe once or twice. That resulted in
maybe
30-yard spiral fumbles down the field. For Montez Sweat.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway. I think that about wraps it up. We'll let you guys get ready to pregame for tomorrow's game or Thursday's game. You can start 2 days early. Sounds good to me. Sounds really good to me.
Fill up those weekdays.
Yeah. Like to give a shout out to everyone that popped into the chat room, even though we did the show an hour and a half early. Sean the Six, David Herzing, X Factor 354. I think that's about all that's in there right now. You can reach us on Twitter at Harry Hog, the Discord channel, discord.gg/5YW5YFT, 24/7 pretty much. Don't even bother emailing us anymore. I don't even know if it works.
Yeah.
Is that about it?
Yeah.
All right, well then,
Yep.
hail to the Redskins, hail to the Washington football team. And if you see a Cowboys fan this week,
Yoka!
choke 'em.
Choke 'em.